We went to a big Tiger store and I bought a few items in there. One of the things that I really wanted that I was glad to find were these gold clips, because they're really handy when I have my sketchbooks open when I'm out and about. You can keep your pages open, and also these are just really pretty rather than your bog standard clips. I really like gold things. While I was in Tiger, I also picked these up, which I've seen before but I haven't yet bought, and I just couldn't resist this time. It's some scissors that cut different shapes. I bought these watercolour brushes here too. I thought I'd try these because they looked quite nice. They've got a nice wooden handle there and they've got nice tips to them, and so I thought it was worth a try. I must actually say though that I'm not really very impressed with these. I was using them in the accommodation and the bristles were just falling out constantly. Whether that would stop with continued use, I don't know, but when I was using them on one of my paintings, it was annoying me because the bristles were coming out. Last time in my haul a while ago, I got their brush pens, paint brush pens, but they came in different colours. The colours they had available at the time were, I think it was a pack of black, red, blue and green. Whereas now they've got them in these colours, so we've got a blue, a lighter green, a pink and a purple. Now I wouldn't be a colouring pencil fanatic without buying some more colouring pencils to try. These are the Tiger ones. I thought they were interesting because they're triangular barrels. The lids looked quite nice, so I thought it was worth a try. And I also got some pink peg clips. I needed a sharpener while I was there because I ended up buying a few pencils and I'd forgotten to pack a sharpener. I only had my little lead sharpener, so I needed a regular one, and they had two for £1, I think it was, in Tiger, so I got a nice pink one and a nice blue one. I spotted this little tin of mints, which I thought was a really nice tin. As you'll know from my DIY watercolour palette videos, I'm a bit obsessed with tins. There we go. So I got this tin with the aim of using it as a travel palette when I finished eating the mints. If we open it up, you'll actually see, as well as a cool little piece of writing there, it actually has this plastic thing in it, and it's to keep the mints in, so you can get the mints out of this little bit here, but this actually does come out, which I think is absolutely brilliant. I didn't realise this until I got home because it was all wrapped up, but this little plastic bit would be excellent to use as an extra palette, so I just thought that was really cute, and I just basically couldn't not get that. This was a bit of a find. Mascara brushes. Now, I don't wear makeup, but I didn't buy this for my face, I bought this for my watercolour brushes. A while ago I was trying to clean my watercolour brushes because if you leave water in it for too long it does get a bit miscoloured and perhaps a bit mouldy. So every now and then you really want to clean out your watercolour brushes. So I got these, and these are going to be ideal for cleaning my watercolour brushes. And we interrupt the video for a public service announcement. We have the winner from last week's giveaway. We've got a random picker here, and we're gonna pick a comment, and the winner is Newies Doodles. Well done, Newies Doodles. I will send you a message. Remember my obsession with tins? I couldn't resist this cat tin. It's so cute. The design here is by John Hanna. It's kind of like a vintage design by this illustrator, and these products are under license by Elite Gift Boxes, and there's all sorts of amazing designs by this illustrator, so I highly recommend you check them out if you can. They've got a nice, there was a really nice badger one that was really nice, and an owl, but I got the cat because I'm very much a cat person. I only bought one thing in the works, and that was these brush pens.
So you get black, blue, red, purple, green, pink, yellow and orange.
Now these are quite cool, I think, because they are actually, unlike a lot of other brush pens, they are actually a brush nib, like actual individual bristles. So that is really cool, and they're very small as well, so you can get some fine lines as well as some thicker ones. And what I like about it is they can give quite a nice effect when you draw in a very sketchy way, because the line kind of breaks up a bit. And they're also water soluble, which is really nice. So I'll just show you my swatches. So this here are my swatches of all my brush pens. The first 4 here are the ones that I got in Tiger, and these ones are the ones from the works. Now this book here is not watercolour paper though. It's just a sketchbook that I got at the on a market. This is the result of using the brush pens from the works. I was drawing flowers and I was mixing colours and adding water with my water brush as well. From one of the art shops I finally got some Zest-It. I am really looking forward to using this with coloured pencils, because I really haven't had a chance to properly learn how to use them and how to blend them yet. Now I also got these acrylic paint markers. It's the Darla Rowney Simply range, and I got these paint markers because I really wanted to try them, having seen a lot of the, I can't remember the brand now, but there's another brand of acrylic markers that I see all the time in those art subscription boxes. So I was really excited to try these, and I actually did do a drawing. This sketchbook here I also bought from an art shop. It's a Sea White of Brighton sketchbook, and I just wanted to show you this because I really like it. I haven't tried one of their sketchbooks before. It's a little bit bigger than a Moleskine. It's not a watercolour one, it's a regular paper, but it's a really nice off-white paper, really thick, but it also has a texture to it. So unlike the sketchbook I showed you earlier from the market, it's a nice surface for all sorts of media. I haven't finished it yet, but this one was a potted plant that was in one of the lounge areas, and I thought it was really pretty with the pink flowers and the green leaves, so it was an ideal thing to try. And also these dry really quickly, so no sooner after I had finished the drawing I was able to shut the book and go. Now I mentioned earlier that I'm a bit of a sucker for buying colouring pencils, so when I saw these in an art shop I just had to get them. It's the Koh-i-Noor Hardmouth ones. We've got the Mondelez ones here, which are aquarelle watercolour pencils, and I got a pack of 24 of those. They don't come with a brush like the packaging suggests, but that was fine with me. And I also saw these ones, the Polycolour ones. Now I believe these Polycolours are kind of like the best of this range, a bit like with the Faber-Castell, the Polychromos is one of the best of the range. So with Koh-i-Noor it's the Polycolours, so I really wanted to try these. So I only got a pack of 12 of these, but they're really nice looking pencils, and I enjoyed playing around with those. And I'll enjoy it even more now I've got this Zest-It to do some proper blending with. Then I've got a bunch of stuff that I'll show you. They're all from different shops, but these were all from proper art shops as opposed to buying them second hand. So I got myself this Staedtler Triplus colour pen in this lovely turquoisey colour. We don't have any numbers on here, so I can't give you a number, but I haven't got this colour yet, and I really fancied this colour because I've got this thing at the moment about turquoise blues and nice fuchsia pinks and magentas, so I know I've got a pink one already, so I wanted to get this one. I also got myself the Pentel brush pen with the fine nib. So I got these clips which are ideal for attaching your palette to whatever you're leaning on to do your drawing. One of the problems I found when I was sketching out and about was I had my sketchbook on my lap and then my palette above it. And that was fine, except for the fact that the palette kept sort of sliding on my trousers a bit. So what I really need to do is to get a board, like a piece of wood or a clipboard, so that I can have a solid surface to lean on, and I can actually attach the palette to it so it doesn't roll about. In the same shop I also found an unusual supply, which is one of these long pipettes, and I thought this would be ideal for getting ink out of bottles. In one of the shops I went into, I found the Palomino pencils. I was really excited to find these because I wanted to try them. So that will focus, there we go. So I got one of each. I got the Palomino Blackwing Pearl, the, what's this one called? Palomino Blackwing 602, and the Palomino Blackwing Regular. And the one in the middle there, it says on the other side, half the pressure, twice the speed. And I have got a swatch that I can show you of those. This here up the top is the swatch of those, in the same order I showed you. I think this one is the Pearl, this one is the 602, and this one is the Regular. And there are some subtle differences. They are quite similar, but I would definitely say that the Regular one is the darkest. And as mentioned, the 602, it doesn't take as much pressure to get you dark tones on that one. But I just really like them. I think they're really nice, and I can see why artists really love them. Just remembered I did try them on some smooth watercolour paper. So as you can see here, the ones on the left here are the polycolour ones, and these ones here are the Mondelez watercolour ones. You can see they're a lot more vibrant on this watercolour paper. So yeah, they are really nice pencils. Now I've got some really nice brushes, as you might have seen in one of my other videos, but I haven't got a really thick brush. So I found this one. Here we go. Number 30 Daler-Rowney Graduate Round Wash. And it's a really thick watercolour brush, so I'm super excited to use that, especially as I'd like to start doing some larger paintings. Also got this excellent Kohinoor Versatile, or Kohinoor Versatile, and it's number 5347. There we go. Kohinoor Versatile 5347, and this is a kick-ass chunky clutch pencil here. The lead inside is massive, it's 5.6mm I believe, and it came with just a standard graphite lead. I'm not sure what grade it was because it didn't have anything written on it, but what I've actually put in it now is some different lead that I got. I bought for it these. It's currently got one of these in it, which is a Nero medium lead, and this is an oil-based lead. And then I also got the Cretacolor Artists leads in the assorted range, and that comes with, I think it's a white chalk, a sepia, I can't remember what they're all called now, but I think we've got a sepia, a sanguine, we've got a charcoal, we've got a graphite lead in 4B. So that's a nice selection to play around with, and that goes with those. Then I've got myself a nice palette knife. It's a little one because I've got big ones, but I haven't yet got a little one to try. And I really love, when I do oil painting, I really love using palette knife. So I'm going to enjoy using that. Then I actually found these two brushes in a gaming shop. And what excited me was the fact that they're pure sable brushes, in a size 02 there and a 3/0, so they're nice and thin. Lovely thin brushes there. Yeah, and this was in a gaming store, so you know, in the type of stores where they have the models that you make and you paint, and so they need paintbrushes in there. Actually, it's a great place for artists to look because they have all sorts of paintbrushes in there, and it's not the kind of place you would normally think to look for art supplies, so definitely check the gaming shops if you haven't already been in them. And lastly, I got this Koh-i-Noor Hardmouth Magic Pencil just for a bit of fun. It's one of those marbled pencils. So those are the items that I bought in the shop. And next up, I'm going to show you my second-hand and vintage finds.